everyone, it's Kat and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be recommending books to the traveller in you. So if you love to travel, if you love to read about books that involve travelling, road trips, that sort of thing, I've got you covered. There are 5 books to mention. I would have done more, but it just takes too long doing that otherwise. So the first book is Geek Girl by Holly Smell. It's the first in the series. So the whole series is based around Harriet Manners, who is discovered and becomes a model basically overnight. She doesn't know anything about fashion or anything like that. She's a very clever person who just thinks like fashion is just for like girly girls and stuff, and with all the different jobs that she has to go to fashion shoots and whatnot, it takes her all around the world, like Japan, New York, Moscow, all that sort of thing. If you like to go different places and have a laugh and experience things through like a newbie's eyes, definitely check out this series. It's really funny, it's smart, you learn so many things because throughout it all Harriet gives out facts and stuff, and whether any of those facts are 100% true, I don't know, but it's definitely something. I learn new things every time I read these. The series has ended, so now's your chance to go binge read all 6 books because they are so funny. Second book I chose is Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. Now, as you can probably tell by the title, yes, it involves a road trip. It's such a sweet, funny, dramatic book. I just love the idea of traveling across the United States, whether east to west or west to east. In this case, they are going from California to Philadelphia because Amy's mum has moved them across country after her dad's died, but she has to get a lift with a guy named Roger who she hasn't seen since she was a young child, and over the course of their journey they get closer, and they also take a detour, as the name suggests, because from what her mum has set out for her, and it's really one of my favourites, to be honest. It makes me want to do a road trip across the states, like I said, but I kind of think that this makes it sound a lot easier than it is. Next one I have is not your average book. It is 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray, and it is more like an alternate universe travel, so it's not like, you know, you can't get in a car and just go to those places. So Margaret Kane's parents are the inventor of a device called the Firebird, which allows the wearer to go to alternate universes, and after an incident with her parents, Margaret goes on a chase throughout the dimensions to find the traitor, and it's kind of, there's a lot more plot going on, multiple versions of the same people in different dimensions plotting against each other, and it's all so intense, and you will find that you will trust the wrong people, and it's that's why I love this, because throughout it I was liking a character, and then by the end of it I was like, oh my god, I never saw that coming. And that's part of the appeal, because you end up, you think you know what's going to happen, and then it's like, okay, I was completely wrong. I highly recommend this. If you I at first thought it was like time travel, and in a weird sense it kind of is, but it also really isn't. It's it's a fine line between time travel and alternate dimensions, isn't there, really? So yeah. Next one I chose is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins, and this is about Anna, who has been shipped off to boarding school in France against her will. She soon discovers that there's more to see and people to know, and she meets Etienne, who she develops a crush on, but there's so much more to it. And when I first read it, and every time I've read it, I think it's like I've read it 4 or 5 times now, it makes me want to go to Paris just so I can see all these places, because I've been to Paris maybe 2 or 3 times in the past and I haven't really done any sightseeing. I think I've been past Eiffel Tower and that's about it. I don't remember much because it was a long time ago, but yeah, it makes me want to go and truly like experience it and not just be on school trips and stuff, because those were not fun. And finally I have a really cool series for you. It is Ruby Red by Kirsten Gier, and this is time travel about Gwen, who thinks it's her cousin Charlotte who has the time travel gene, but instead it's actually Gwen, and she discovers this one day when she disappears and reappears in the same place but in a different era, and it's like a whole journey of her discovering what her responsibilities are, really, because she sort of joins this secret club or whatever and meets a guy called Gideon, who at first the two of them really don't like, and it's so much fun when they're like bickering back and forth, but they have to work together, so it's, you know, forced partnership, and there's so much going on and just like drama, but it's also really funny and romantic, and I just love this series. It's actually finished now. It's a trilogy, so like with all these go and read them because they are so worth it. And that concludes my video of books to read if you love travel. If you like this, please give a thumbs up. If you have any recommendations as well for other books that I haven't mentioned, leave them in the comments because I love books about travel. So yeah, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye.